Good afternoon. My name is Victor Daniel Bedoya. I'm pursuing a bachelor degree on teaching English as a second language, and I'm actually right now going through my work experience hours. So I want to show you some of the most important factors on this final activity of the course. All right, let's come around. This is, for example, one of the classrooms, and then you can see we have like regular chairs. We have some technological tools like television, we got board, but we got a really comfortable place in order to carry out a normal class. So for example, we got there in the facility also, we got the bathrooms there, as you can see. We got a really wide hall. So we got more computers in order if, for example, the student wants to come here and make a consultation or anything. And we got the secretary when you can go and sign up for a program, which is because this is a private English institute. So here we got the most important services that any institute could have. So thanks, Mr. Mauricio, you can come with me.
So, okay, Victor, how different are you now from the time you started your practicum?
All right, thanks for asking. It was a really great and enriching experience. Since the very first time I came here, I didn't have any experience. So it has been a really growing process that has helped me a lot in order to be a better person and be a better teacher. I have so many great tools, so many great friends, and then I can tell you that I wouldn't think it twice in order for me to come back here and go through this experience again.
Okay, can you talk briefly about your action plan?
All right. I have been working on my action plan after having this experience, and I'm going to share with you some of the main aspects in order for you to know what are the things that I identified to actually work on and how those are going to be wrapped, you know? Like, for example, about my confidence, I really have to consider the fact of coming to teach more. For example, if I have the chance here, because that would be a great chance for me in order to continue building up this confidence. The more you expose yourself into that, the more chance are you are gonna have to build this up. About the time management, because sometimes I try to distract myself with different things while I'm performing in the classroom, and maybe I'm really veering off from the main focus of the different phases that a lesson planning has. For example, the didactic materials used, I have to rely more on them and try to prepare myself better with them in order to support the class better. So then I got more situations. For example, I could actually identify different situations or problems that students could actually come here with, and those might be important factors in order to have a better class and have a better environment while the class is being carried out. And I think actually those are the most important things that I identify myself that I could actually work on, and those are interpreted in my workaround plan. So I'll continue with the third question.
Okay, what do you think is the most challenging issue for future English teachers?
All right, we know that technology is an important situation to consider. We could rely on technology in order to improve our classes, but I think it's really challenging the fact that we have to get familiar with those tools in order to make a class really significant. So I think it would be one of the most important and challenging
Okay,
things.
and what would you recommend?
I would recommend like being curious and delving more into the new technology that's actually coming out. How do you get familiar with it? How you would use it with the class in order to provide meaningful material and carry out an ideal class. So thank you, Mr. Teacher, thank you for helping me out throughout this process while I was here. And it was a great experience. I really have to thank you all here around. And have a good one. That's it.
Okay, it's a pleasure.
All right.